Move to come out of executive session at 2:50.
Second your motion.
Nothing further from me.
Yeah, call for a vote.
Aye.
Aye. We're out of session. And then. Can we take a crack at it? Yes.
Can you bring
I'll,
that up?
yeah,
first?
yeah, I'll, look for, I think, sorry, Chris, quick guidance, I'll do the, guidance to staff on the award for master planning as a separate motion from guidance
Yeah,
on.
let's do the
Yeah.
two different items, so I would do
Okay.
the first one with the master planning and then the second with the school district.
I'll do the second one first, because I have it in my head.
Okay,
So, look for a motion, to give guidance to staff, to, prepare a draft purchase agreement of certain Lake County School District parcels, up to an amount of 1.2 million.
So moved.
Second, great.
Nothing further.
Discussion, call for vote.
Aye.
Aye. And then just quickly, is that clear enough for staff?
thank you. Yeah.
Excellent. And then second motion, I look for a motion, I'm sorry, just wanted to do, at this point in open session, we list the,
The different, yeah.
sorry, give me 1 second. Okay, I'll look for a motion to, approve the Harrison Park Master Plan, contract, or I'd say direct staff to enter into contract negotiation, on the Harrison Park Master Plan, with SE Group.
So moved.
Second.
Aye.
Nothing
Paul, any
from me.
further questions? Call for vote?
Aye.
Aye, great, so that is approved too. Great, thanks, everyone. So I think at this point, we just have, county managers, I don't mean just, but, we have the county managers monthly report. The calendar work session review, and then the consent agenda, so, Sam, hand over to you for the county managers.
Sure, you received, when you did our budget presentations in the past 3 weeks, but I just wanted to update, on some things that were included in those Q3 updates and budget updates. So Vero, fiber line's been installed at the courthouse, the annex, public works, OEM, the 6th Street gym, the maintenance shop, hub, senior center, library, probation, human services, public health, and goal. So our progress on switching to Vero is happening. And no, those are not all of our sites. But we're working on that. We're going to send a termination letter to Lumen, where they can once again tell us that we're not a client of theirs. We'll say, okay, we'll stop paying the bill then. We have started between operations and the attorney's office, created a contract administration procedure and process. So staff has been introduced to that and are beginning to be oriented to that, and it's being used. Working.
Can I ask you, sorry, on the IT, does Vero have to install their own fiber line redundant with the Lumen?
Yes, it is a separate, it's fully separate thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's actually not as a so we want them to.
okay, okay. Sorry. Thanks.
Immunizations are ongoing, so we've had CDPHE come up to host some other, vaccination clinics for folks. Given out a lot of flu and vaccine or COVID vaccines. We did the staff ones a couple weeks ago. Tobacco licensing, as you are all aware, is moving on between the city of Leadville and Lake County. Well, I have a feeling that we're gonna have to draft the IGA. They're gonna do a provider training with High Rockies Harm Reduction, working with folks who use drugs. And Julia, back part-time from maternity leave, as is Cindy. So for the assessor, his update is, he gives you more in depth of kind of some of the reasons behind why you approved the contract you did earlier for some of that software. And then we will have our final certs for going out in early December, so that's when we can really tie up the 2025 budget. So we'll be able to have those and then know the final numbers soon. Tourism and Economic Development has put together their 3-year strategic plan for tourism. And it does have a link to it, so you guys can look at that. And then next week, when we go over the calendars and agenda, Adam will come and talk about economic development and a budget request for 2025. Human Services has been working with Bright Start on how we use CCAP, which are state dollars on helping to pay for childcare. So we'll be able to do CCAP slot contracts for CCAP eligible children. What is the eligible?
Yeah, so it's right now how we pay for CCAP, which is Colorado Child Care Assistance Program, is a kid shows up, they have to check in, and they get paid per day that the child actually shows up in that slot. How CCAP slot contracts work is we pay 5 days a week, 30 days out of the month, whether there's a child in there or not. Understanding kids get sick or there's churn, maybe they like a family moved up to a different preschool or kindergarten and they're having a hard time filling that slot. It mainly just provides them some financial stability while also prioritizing 2 slots at Bright Start only for childcare or for CCAP eligible families. It's a new way to have a win-win situation, basically, and Bright Start's pretty excited about it, so.
And that's CCAP dollars we use to do that, okay.
It's only state dollars or federal dollars.
Is that in addition to the preschool CCAP dollars and?
Yes,
Totally
so-
educate me and about the separation.
Yeah, so, the preschool program is state dollars, whereas CCAP is federal dollars, it's a federal program, federal guidelines. A kid can both get funding from the preschool program as well as CCAP. There's a way to do that, I can't tell you now, but there's guidance to do it.
So we're not taking away from those dollars to put over here, we're just adding, we're taking,
We're paying them in a better way that is more financially supportive of Bright Start than how we're paying them right now. And there's different guidelines we have to meet, so a kid needs to be in the slot 75 or 85% of the time, depending on the age of the child. And we're meeting with them quarterly to see what barriers are you having with getting CCAP eligible families into this slot? How can we help you? How can we DHS do some home services? So it's a great win-win relationship and it's fostered a lot of collaboration. Our hope is that after year 1, we have lessons learned, we can add more slots and then also start paying the center the same way.
Thank you. OEM hazard mitigation plan has wrapped up public comment, so it is at the state now for review, so that'll be in probably about 30 days, then it goes to FEMA for 45 days. Then we should be done. You all approved the interlocking after action report and improvement plan. Claire and team have worked really hard on implementing that. A lot of the bigger chunks have been implemented, and then we're continuing to work on those disaster finance policies and getting those updated based on board feedback. Road and Bridge, I just sent you 3 pictures of County Road 11. We have 1 lane open as of today. Not one as of right now, but here in a little bit, but I don't think any of you are going out to County Road 11. It's just imperative when speaking with constituents out there that they need to go the speed limit and they need to go slow across the bridge. We're going to have it coned off and have some Jersey barriers up as well. However, since it is only one lane, should someone go off and destroy the bridge, we're below ground zero. We're starting blocks. But there is enough visibility at that bridge spot there, so folks should be able to see. You know, if you can remind folks to be courteous to the crews who are out there in this weather, working on getting this project done, that would be great. And that, you know, they need to take their time, drive the speed limit, and especially go very slow, probably 10 miles an hour in that area on actually crossing the bridge. The more people that cross, it slows the work down. So anyway, just letting you know that it is open, but there's still the other half of the bridge to complete.
Is that open 24/7 or daylight or?
It is open. We are trusting our residents here. You know, we'll put up the local traffic only, you know, everybody ignores those, but we'll have those up. You know, the crews will be on site when they get there and while they're out there. You know, it will be open. It'll be open. Have your lights on. Well, okay. You know, maintenance is working on getting everything winterized and ready to plow. Then wrapping up any of the summer projects they have left. Landfill, same, getting ready for winter operations. We did get the authorization to use the air curtain burner until CDPHE figures out what needs to happen next. So.
So if they take 4 years to figure that out?
Right, so they did, and they gave us, they're like, oh, okay, we're gonna, so, we are going to use it. Since it's been sitting there for 2 years, it has started up, so that's exciting. So we are gonna use it, until they tell us not to, or forget about us, or give us other guidance. We're gonna use it.
Couple phone calls.
Yeah. So CDPHE solid waste user fees have increased, so the amount of trash accepted has increased as well. Somebody's got plugged in. I did make, you all met Duncan Chisholm, who's our new pros and goal director. He is awesome. I hope you enjoyed your time with him. It won't be the last time obviously seeing him, but he's hit the ground running. I'm very excited that he is here. Made an offer to a finance director and they accepted this morning. So they will start on December 2nd after the holidays. And then we're working on final reconciliations with our auditors. So we should have a draft audit before you guys here pretty soon. And we did hire our second accountant. So we're looking really good in the finance department. Open enrollment is open. U3 qualify, or U2 who are leaving still qualify for it. You have benefits through the end of January 2025. So please be sure to do that or remind staff to do that when you see them. You guys saw the proposed changes to the handbook. And then we're gonna do a little Thanksgiving thank you to folks, since we didn't do the gift cards at the employee party. We're gonna do gift cards after Thanksgiving with some embroidered hats, Lake County government hats.
I'm told by the HR director that if you don't want to change your benefits, you don't have to re-enroll.
No, but you do have to go in and say that.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. Sorry, yes.
Noted.
But you still have time.
Good.
I did mine this morning. It took like 10 minutes. Cause I didn't change any of mine. But you have to do it because the prices change on them, so you have to acknowledge that part. That's why we make folks do it. And for that, otherwise, if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer anything.
The sheriff looks like he lost like 4 of his detention staff.
He did.
Do we have any particular reason why? That's
Sure.
quite a few people.
Yes, so you will see that the detention sergeant also left. That was the cause of a lot of the issues. And he's working on rebuilding.
Okay.
Question.
And I just say, I know, just say again, I think it's really great to see that list of new hires and separations, and it's helpful for us to keep, questions like Hal just had, so that's great. Good,
I'm great.
yeah,